Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys how to make a delicious enchilada soup. In case you guys want to learn how to make this super easy and delicious recipe, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alright guys, so first we're going to grab a large pot with 5 quarts of water. We're going to set it on medium-high heat and we're just going to bring it to a boil. Alright guys, so once the water begins to come to a boil, we're going to add 3 pounds of chicken. You can use chicken breast or thigh. To that we're going to add salt, 2 garlic cloves, a half of a white onion, 3 bay leaves, just crush them, and cilantro. So we're just going to wait for it to fully boil and then we're going to cover it. Alright guys, so before we cover it, and once it comes to a boil, we're going to skim the top off. And you can do this before you add the cilantro and the bay leaves. So like that they don't get in the way. Alright, so once we get rid of most of the scum, we're going to cover it. Reduce the heat to medium and let that cook for about 35 minutes. Alright, so meanwhile, while we wait for our chicken, we're going to begin to work on our chiles and tomatillos. So I'm going to roast them. So I'm going to roast 20 tomatillos, 6 Anaheim peppers, 2 garlic cloves, 2 chile serranos, and the chile serranos are optional, and a small piece of onion. So we're just going to roast everything, and then we can make our salsa. Alright guys, as soon as you see that your tomatillos have changed color, we're going to transfer them into our blender cup. Alright, so in our blender cup, we're also going to add our piece of onion and our 2 garlic cloves. And for the chiles, once they're fully roasted, we're going to transfer them in a bag or in a bowl and cover them with foil. So we're going to let them sweat. Okay. Alright guys, so after 10 minutes, we're going to remove the skin from our chiles. We're also going to remove the stem and the seeds. So do it to all your chiles and reserve 1 chile to the side because we're going to chop it and use it after for our sauce. Okay, so at this point, our chicken should be fully cooked. As you can see, it falls apart super easy. So now we're going to remove the chicken. We're going to allow it to cool down so like that we can shred it. So we're going to grab 2 cups of broth because we're going to use it to blend our chiles. Alright, so in our blender cup, we're going to add the other half of cilantro. We're going to also add 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of black pepper, a half a teaspoon of sugar, and our chicken broth. So we're going to blend it all together until we have a smooth sauce. Alright, so once we have our sauce, we can shred our chicken. Alright, so just shred your chicken. Use forks if you need to. Alright, so once we have our chicken all nice and shredded, now we are ready to make our delicious enchilada soup. Alright, so now I'm going to grab a small Dutch oven. I'm going to set it on medium heat, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil. Now you can use the same pot that we used to boil our chicken. Just make sure that you strain your broth because we're going to need it. Alright, so once our oil is hot, we're going to add half of an onion. Just make sure you dice it. And add our Anaheim pepper. So now we're just going to cook it for a couple minutes. Alright, so after a couple minutes, we're going to add 1/4 cup of flour. So just mix it with your onion and bell pepper. And this is just going to help to thicken up our sauce. Okay, so once we have combined our flour with our oil, we're going to add our sauce. And I'm just going to fill up my blender with the broth. So just make sure that you strain it. Okay, so we're just going to dissolve the flour. Alright guys, so once our flour has dissolved, we're going to add about 6 cups of our broth. And now we're just going to bring our sauce to a simmer. Alright guys, so once our sauce comes to a simmer, try it for salt and see if it needs any. For me, this is perfect, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. And now we're going to add our chicken. And so now we're just going to let it cook for another 5 minutes. And meanwhile, we can make our little chips. All right, so now to make a tortilla strips, we're going to grab 20 tortillas. And I'll grab 10 at a time, and we're going to cut them into small strips. So cut them in half first. And then just cut them into small strips. Okay, so once we have our tortilla strips, now we are going to fry them. All right, so I'm going to grab a large frying pan. I'm going to set it on medium heat. And I'm going to add about half a cup of corn oil. So we're just going to wait for that to heat up, and then we can begin frying. All right, so once our oil is hot, we're going to begin to throw our tortilla strips and just fry them until they're nice and golden. So just make sure that they don't overlap each other, so like that they can fry evenly. All right, so after 3 minutes, our tortilla strips should look something like this. Now we're just going to drain the oil and remove them from the oil. All right, so now we're going to repeat the same process until we're done making all of our tortilla strips. All right, guys, so once you're done making all of your tortilla strips, now we are ready for the fun part. All right, guys, and now for the fun part, dressing our enchilada soup. Now, of course, you can mix your cheese in your soup, but I like to do it different. I like to do it separate, should I say. So I'm going to start by adding my tortilla chips on the bottom of my bowl. Add your cheese. And like that, you know, you can add as much as you want. Then we're going to grab our soup. And let me tell you that it smells delicious. Okay, and I already served my kids. So this one is for me. Okay. Let me grab some more chicken. We're going to add some more cheese. And of course, the toppings is going to be up to your liking. Going to add some more tortillas. And I love onions, so I'm going to add some purple onion. And to spice it up, some chile serrano. Some queso fresco. And of course, you can add some crema mexicana or sour cream. And then top it with some aguacate. And now we are ready to enjoy our super easy and delicious enchilada soup. Alrighty, guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. I am so ready. Let me tell you that it smells delicious. I love enchiladas. So in a soup, this weather, it's perfect. Just mix it so like that you can have the cheese melted and everything well combined. Ooh. Now enjoy. Seriously, super delicious. If you like enchiladas, tortilla soup, or pozole, you're going to love this soup. It's so delicious, so flavorful. The chicken is perfect. Everything is the best. Alrighty, guys, and there you have it on how to make a delicious enchilada soup. I hope you guys had enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you recreate this recipe, please don't forget to tag me on any of my social medias, and if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.